Okay, so let's get started. Today what we're going to do is we are going to make, well, we're going to attempt to make chicken empanadas. And we're going to do that in the air fryer. What I've got here is some scallions, some leftover chicken that came off my smoker. You can use any kind of chicken, either chicken breast if you prefer white meat, just any kind of chicken. Really kind of any filling you want. This is an egg with a few tablespoons of water in it, beat up to make an egg wash, and basically some cheese. Really, it's all kind of leftovers. That's pretty much what empanadas are. You know, they're basically a Spanish version of like a turnover. I'm just kind of flinging it, so that's what I kind of like to do. So let's just, what you're gonna do here is you're gonna chop these up. You know, just really simply just do this. Nothing crazy. I guess just chop them all up, because usually I save like the end for decoration, but since we don't really need that, we're just gonna fling it. So push that off to the side. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is get to this chicken. So you're not really gonna want the skin for this, so either do what I do and eat it, or just chuck it. So I just kind of peel it off like that, and I'll just throw it in this bowl, but everything's gonna end up in that bowl. And then, I mean, the easy way is just to kind of rip this off. And I know that's kind of messy, but I don't care, it works. And that's the name of the game here. So just tear this apart, and just do the best you can. You know, well, I've got 6 empanada skins here. So that's kind of what we're doing. Hopefully I have enough, which I'm sure I will. There's only a couple tablespoons of stuff that goes in each one of these. So I just kind of do the best I can. You don't have to be crazy about it. All right, I'm just gonna put this aside. And there's really not, well, there's a piece here. And a piece of bone there, I don't want that, so I'll put that aside. And now on to the next piece. All right. You know, I figured this was a good thing to do for Super Bowl. Give people ideas of hand-friendly foods, you know? So same thing, I just grab it and rip it. Seems to work good. And well, hopefully this goes well and I don't blow it, which usually I don't these days. And just get most of that off. This one's got bigger bone. So oh, how's the piece for the chef? I haven't eaten lunch yet today, so I'm pretty hungry. All right, now let me quickly rinse my hands off. So I'm just gonna kind of give this a rough chop really quickly, and as it kind of gets finer cut, kind of making a mess here, geez. Well, that's not beautiful, but let's just separate this out. Let's just put this in here. Okay. Yeah, it's not so kind of messy today. Well, that can go in there. And what we're gonna do is just give this, push this into the center. Just kind of rough chop it, get it started. And then I just kind of do it the other way. Some people use a food processor. I'm kind of old school. I just figure, well, I have to clean a food processor, you know? And not everybody has a food processor. And the idea behind most of my recipes is I like to keep it simple. You know, when they all start to look uniform and small and more like a filling, that's what you're looking for. You can kind of see what it's looking like. Yeah, can you? There you go. Yeah, it's starting to get there. I would say just chop it up a little bit more. Maybe one more run through. I mean, if you chop it up too much, then it gets like tuna and it has no texture. So, like I said, I'm just kind of flinging this thing. So, I figure this is what you guys are gonna do, right? Especially if it's a Super Bowl thing. So, all right, well, it's a bit of a freaking mess here. Well, let's do that. Hold on one second. Let me wipe this down. Get this out of the way. Okay. Well, let's see here. Yeah, that's good. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, let's get that there. And let's put some spices in it. So I figured, generally, let's do some salt. Which, for that, I'm gonna say about a half a teaspoon. Like I said, I'm gonna wing it, so about a half a teaspoon of salt right there. So throw that in. Little bit of pepper, nothing crazy, just shake it in there till you like the way it looks. Say about a quarter teaspoon. Everybody likes garlic powder, so let's do some of that. So I'm gonna say about half a teaspoon of that. Okay. And to give it a little bit of Spanish flavor, we're gonna throw in about a half a teaspoon of cumin. A little bit more, okay. And we are gonna mix it up. Now, I'm using a cheap throwaway knife just because I don't want cleanup. Okay, so you're gonna incorporate, you remember we got those scallions in there. And I just wanna see how that looks, and it looks pretty good. Okay, and well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw in the cheese right in there. So let's do that. I'm gonna say, let's give it a few good pinches. Oh, let's start with 3 good pinches and mix it up and see where we're at. You can use any kind of cheese, but like this might not be the best cheese for this, but I'll tell you what, it's what I got. And that's the thing about cooking, use what you got. All right, so that's looking pretty awesome. It also tastes pretty awesome. I mean, yep, it does. It tastes pretty awesome. It's exactly what I'm looking for. So, now, let's take a whirl at these empanadas. let's do that. So I'm gonna put this off to the side. Got my egg wash, and I got a surprise for you guys. Here's what we're gonna do. I got these empanadas discs. These are, I didn't make this dough. These are pre-made, and I like them just because, well, because it's one less step I gotta do. So basically, these things come in a package of about a dozen, and these are individually, they've got, you see the plastic? They've got that. So that's nice because this is sticky stuff. All right, hold on 1 minute. I have to get a fork to do the edge. Okay, now I got everything I need. So I'm gonna humor this and we're just gonna go for it. So I'm gonna take one of these. I leave the plastic on because it's easier to handle. And then when I'm ready to do it, I just peel it like this. Okay, so what I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna take a spoon and I'm gonna take about two tablespoons. So let's give it two good things. Here, that's 1 scoop. This is about, well, 2 might be too much, we'll see. So I'm just gonna kinda take this, put it all into the center. Well, one thing I told you guys, I forgot to tell you guys, which we're gonna do it right now, is take your finger and just dip it in that egg wash and go around the edge. Okay, this is gonna help it stick when you close it. You can do this with water too, but this is what I got once again, and I kind of screwed up and forgot to do it beforehand. So we'll do it to the others. So I'm gonna pick this thing up. Well, I'm gonna try. And we're gonna crimp it like this over. Just kind of pinch it closed. Make sure you get all the edges, because I do know that. Push these down. And I'm going to push that down, seal the edge. And then what I am gonna do is I'm saving this plastic because I think that's a good, okay, I kind of moved that around. That wasn't great. All right, so let's, damn, where did I put my fork? There it is. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this fork like this fork, and you're going to go around the edge like this, okay? And make those pretty marks. And what you're doing is you're binding this thing, okay? And not only that, it looks pretty good. I didn't do such a great job, but it'll work. All right, I'm gonna put that aside. That one's perfect, okay. All right, now on to the next one. And remember, I screwed up last time, so you're going to want, get that out of here. You're going to want to do the egg wash. Get the edge just like that. Then a couple scoops of meat. 1, I'd say 1 more. About 2 total. And then just kind of put it in there, make it nice. And flip it over. And crimp the ends. Make a little pocket. Then take your fork and go around the edge, just like this. Plus it looks nice. All right, just like that. Put it off to the side. One more. All right. Push that into the center. Make sure the edges have nothing there so you can get your seal. This one's not so great. All right, so we've got our empanadas pretty much prepped and ready. All I really want to do is brush them with an egg wash and put them in the air fryer. So I've got them all upside down. And the reason I do that is because I'll brush one side, put it in the air fryer, and then brush the other side. And it keeps it, well, a little less messy than what I did making these things. But let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna say, well, I'm just gonna fling it. I'm gonna put it at about 400. I'm gonna say 10 minutes. So, yeah, let's do 10 minutes. So, what we're gonna do, let's brush these things really quickly. So, just take the egg wash, and I've got this egg wash, and we're just gonna lightly brush them. Just a little bit. All right, and actually that's a little bit too much, so let's just let it go further than that. There we go. It's about 1 dip for every 2, so let's just do that. And then I'll put that aside. We're gonna put these things in there. See how many we can get in. Let's say 1. Well, I'm gonna say probably 6. You're gonna want equal space between these things. 3. It's more like 5, it looks like to me. 4. 5. Yeah, it's gonna be 5. So let's grab this one. Yeah, a little bit smaller. I don't really want them overlapping, so I'm just gonna push that one off over there. Okay, so we got about 5 of them in there, and don't forget to brush the other side, because I almost did. We're just gonna give them a quick wipe down like that. Oh yeah, those are looking good. Now, remember, 400, 10 minutes. All right, well, let's check on these things. It's been about 4 minutes. Let's see what they're looking like. Oh, they're looking pretty damn good. Look at that. Oh yeah, they're just about done. I'm gonna let them roll though. I think I'm gonna give them a quick flip. Let's do that. Let's see what the other side. Oh yeah, this is good. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is an art form to be able to do this. So yeah, there we go. Don't be too forceful. Ah, damn it, hot. All right. There you go. Flip those over. I'm gonna say that they're probably gonna take maybe another 2 minutes and they're gonna be done. All right, well, I'm back again. These have been in here a total time of about 7 minutes. And here's what they look like. This is the back side. They look fantastic. I'm gonna call that done. Unless you want them crispier than that, then maybe you go another minute.